Hi, and welcome to Jazz Guitar Basics. We're going to talk about what every jazz guitar player should know. Alright, this first chord is called F major 7. Play it on the A string with your second finger on the 8th fret, your first finger on the D string 7th fret, and your pinky, or your third, whatever you're most comfortable with, on the G string 9th fret. You can put them all together, it sounds like this. So you got your root, your third, and your 7th. Do, do, do. Really important to sing them each note so you can sort of know what this chord sounds like. Do, 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 do. And you can move this all around the guitar. Now it's an E major 7, same shape. Now it's an E flat. Now it's a D. D major 7, D flat, and so on. Alright, so if we go back to what you just had, the F major 7, which is on the 8th fret with your second, 7th fret with your first, and 9th fret with your pinky, we can make this into a dominant 7th, F7. Just by moving your pinky down, or your third finger, 1 fret. So the note on the G string goes from the 9th fret to the 8th fret. Do, do, do. Again, really important to sing these notes. Do, do, dum. And you can move that anywhere. That's F, that's E, E flat, D7, D flat 7, C7. Okay, and the last one is F minor 7. So if we go back maybe to what we had, you had the F major 7, then you can move that down to an F7. Then you move your first finger down one more. You might have to switch around your fingers, like put your third finger on the A string, the 8th fret, your first finger on the 6th fret of the D, and your pinky or your third on the G string 8th fret. You have F minor 7, and you can move that around. Now it's E minor 7, E flat, and D. Alright, so that's all the chords: major 7, dominant 7, and minor 7, with the root on the A string, right? Now the other one that you need to know is with the root on the E string. So if we take, let's say, B flat major 7 first, how do we do that? Well, we got our first finger, or your thumb, whatever you're comfortable with, on the 6th fret. Your third finger is going to be on the D string 7th fret. Right? So you got first or thumb on the 6th fret of the E, skip the A, put your third finger on the 7th fret of the D, and then your pinky right next door to it on the G string 7th fret. Or any sort of combination of fingers that you want to use, whatever you're comfortable with. So that's your B flat major 7, and you can move that all around. So that's B flat major 7, A major 7, A flat major 7. So let's go back to the B flat major 7. That's 6th fret on the E. Skip the A, 7th fret on the D and the G. Alright, to make it a dominant 7th, we're going to take the note that's on the D string and move that down a half step. So now you have the B flat, it's on the 6th fret of the E. Skip the A, you have 6th fret on the D with your 2nd finger. With your 3rd finger, stays where it was on the 7th fret of the G. That's your B flat 7th chord. You can move, play that whatever fingers you want, doesn't matter. Pretty easy, right? The next one is the minor 7th. So all you gotta do is move that top note now, the one on the G string, down a half step, and you've got B flat minor 7th. We start with F7. That's our 1 chord. That's going to go to the B flat as a 4 chord. So what happens there, you got your F7, 8th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret, A string, D string, G string, is going to move to the B flat 7. So here's a little trick. I'm going to lift up my 2nd finger and I leave the other fingers where they are. And now move them down a half step, keeping the same shape. Put my thumb on the E string 6th fret, and I've got my B flat 7th chord. So to change, that might be a little bit confusing, but to change from an F7 to the B flat 7, these two notes just move down a fret. Big change there is the bass notes moving from the F to B flat. So it's a really easy. You know, there you go. Do that for hours. Alright. So that's our 1 chord, a 4 chord. Now we need one more chord, the 5 chord, which is C7. So it's the same B flat 7th shape, only on the 8th fret. Okay, so you have 8th fret on the E, skip the A, 1st finger on the 8th fret of the D, and your 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the G. So if you play them like in a blues, F7 first, B flat 7, F7, B flat 7, F7, C7, B flat 7, F7. That's the basic blues that you need to know.